Hello everybody, Constantine here from Evo 7 GTA channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to fix inhibitor switch issue on the Evo 7 GTA. I have replaced mine already, so I have a spare one, and it's going to be a perfect example to show you what you need to do to make sure it works. So you don't have to buy a brand new one, you can just reuse your old one. All you have to do is take it apart, clean it, apply some dielectric grease, and that's pretty much it. And the issue that bad inhibitor switch or dirty inhibitor switch could cause would be something like transmission going in limp mode. It'll be sounding funny, like you won't know which gear it wants to go into sometimes. And in some occasions, sometimes it won't go into gear at all, like it won't even start. So that could also be an issue. But yeah, so come follow me and I'll show you where it is located on this car. So here we are in front of my engine bay. The inhibitor is going to be located on top of the transmission underneath this airbox. So what you would have to do is you'd have to remove the airbox. Most of you guys don't even run one. Most of you guys like to use just the pod filter without the stock airbox. I still have my stock airbox, so if you have stock airbox, remove that. Remove your MAF sensor, mass airflow sensor, and it's going to be located directly underneath it, kind of close to the battery. So it will be like right here next to, in the GT, kind of close to the intercooler piping as well. So you might, to make your life easier, I would recommend taking off this upper intercooler pipe. It'd give you better access to it because you will have to take off transmission shifter cable as well. Yeah, pretty much for tools, you're gonna need 10 mil, 12 mil socket, ratchet, or whatever you like, with extension in one spot. Yeah. This one's pretty easy. It shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to remove all this and get there. And yeah, just unplug the connector. There's a big connector there on top of it, and that's pretty much it. So, and then the rest of the procedure, taking apart and cleaning, I'll show you upstairs. So the inhibitor switch is right there. You can kind of see it from here. This is my new one. This new one is actually black color. The OEM one, original Evo 7 GTA inhibitor switch, was white. You could see it a lot better, but it's like literally right there. I can almost touch it. So yeah, so as I was saying, remove this, the intake pipe. That's pretty much everything you need to remove. Yep, and your shifter cable and the connectors right there under this corner of the box. So, yep. So now we get to take apart this inhibitor switch. This is my original one, and yeah, so this is the, as you can see, more dirt on this side, so that's the top side. Also, that's where the connector plugs in. Yeah, it's pretty easy to remove. There's only 2 screws holding it, or 2 bolts in this case. I believe they're 10 mil. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, so the screws holding the entire thing together are underneath. There's 9 of them. And yeah, it's pretty quick to disassemble it. I already took out most of these guys, just left 2. So when you disassemble, flip it over. And here's what you're gonna need. Rubbing alcohol, dielectric grease, some pads to clean it up after with the alcohol, Phillips screwdriver, and something to wipe off the old grease. So when opening this up, be careful because there's 3 contacts that will try to escape. They're spring loaded. So I'll show you in about a moment. There's one. So this is what you need to clean. These are the contacts. They are internally connected to all of the pins inside of the connector. So usually when these guys get dirty, obviously the electrical signal doesn't pass through if they get too dirty. The other thing that guys do is, so these contacts, the sliders that slide on top of these to make sure that the correct position is selected. Sometimes the springs get compressed too much, so they don't apply enough pressure to stay in there. So I've heard a quick fix that the guys do, they grab the spring on each side and pull it sideways a little bit, stretch it out, just so they fix it again, just so they can reuse it again. Is this inhibitor switch, you buy it as a whole assembly. You cannot get any of these springs or contacts separately, or any of these seals. So you just stretch it a little bit. And now I get to clean it. So let's take it off first with the towel. Oh yeah, that's what looks a little bit abused. Hopefully rubbing alcohol will make it look a little prettier. So also don't forget to wipe off these little contacts. They're the ones that go inside of the rotating piece here on this side. So these guys need to be cleaned as well. Yeah, just don't lose them because you can't get these. Luckily, these inhibitor switches are not expensive. They're only like $70 Canadian, which is about like 50 something US, plus shipping from Japan. But I do believe these are shared with many other Mitsubishis, so you could probably just, or Hyundais, so you can literally buy it here in North America. You just need to find the right part number. Because I don't know what part number it is for the Korean side of things. But yeah, this transmission, it does have a lot of parts shared between Hyundai and Kia actually. They both used this transmission, just to name it differently. So now I'm gonna clean this rotating piece. This is the piece that holds the springs and the little copper sliders. So this needs to be lubed up, and it also needs to have the electric grease reapplied. So be careful, don't lose these little tiny pressure bowls here, so don't lose those. Just clean the entire thing. So later on when you reseal everything, don't forget to apply silicone or dielectric grease on this gasket, just so it doesn't let moisture or water in. Just so it stays sealed. But yeah, finding parts for this transmission should not be an issue because, as I said, it's shares parts with a lot of other transmission. This W5A51 is pretty much the same transmission as F5A51. The only difference is, one's all-wheel drive, one's front-wheel drive. Yeah, and both are 5-speed. So the parts should be pretty much the same. Okay, let's clean this. So this is where rubbing alcohol is needed. So just go all over the contacts, fill them nice and shiny. When it gets dirty, just clean the rest with the rest of the alcohol. It's nicer. clean these guys as well, just in case. That hurts. Okay, and I think now it's time to reapply the electric grease everywhere. So don't be shy putting a good amount in there. Good. Go. Just make sure it'll loop up and sits nicely. So now, since we have all these pins and the rotating selector assembly looped up and prepped, I'm gonna put the electric grease on the contacts. You know, be helpful if I don't drop things first, but alright, so let's put some grease here. By putting it a little bit more towards the outside, you're basically making sure that the grease gets on the gasket as well. So it's actually a good thing that you're putting a little extra grease, because this way, yeah, as I said previously, it will make sure that there is no water getting inside here. So that is all nicely moved up and it's ready for assembly. All right, let's do this. So let's rotate it this way and toss her in there. Not missing any parts, no. Select my fingers first. Screwdriver, first screw. This is the part I'm probably gonna fast forward anyway. Insert the two how I say that clean here.
You're so cute.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So handsome.
I'm going to the cameraman or just basically give you compliments, right? Alright, so this last one. Sure, there's no gaps. Excellent. Very nice. Now that this is all done, the only thing you could do now is, besides, in my case, cleaning the rest of this, I would highly recommend grabbing a pressurized can of alcohol cleaner or any sorts of electrical contact cleaner and clean these contacts. That's where your plug goes for the transmission control. Yeah, this is perfect timing for it. It's already out anyway, so yeah. Once you clean the connector section, the other thing I'd recommend is use a little bit of lube and put it on this O-ring as well. Yeah, because this is the O-ring that basically seals the shaft for the transmission gear control, so that there's nothing gets in there. So it's a good idea to do that last.
These next few images will help you guys troubleshoot, reinstall, and realign the inhibitor switch on this transmission. This one here specifically to help you guys to do any more troubleshooting and diagnosing of any issues.
Well, thank you for watching, guys. This was my quick tutorial on how to fix and refurbish your inhibitor switch on 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 7 or Legnum VR4 or AirTrack Turbo R, and probably a whole bunch of other Mitsubishis. It's a pretty common part, pretty common thing to go bad. Yeah, but thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, since I'm not monetized in YouTube, feel free to go on my Instagram, CT9A_GTA, and send me some gifts. It's the only way I can make something at least to pay for all of these mods in my Evo. So yeah, thank you.